What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Prince, and here we talk about smart money concepts, PTMM, and institutional trading. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about smart money concept. What you basically need to know about smart money concepts. Over time, I have learned a lot of things from trading. Number one is you don't need to watch every single video you see on YouTube. Secondly, is you don't need to pay for every single course. And thirdly, is a lot of people out there are actually just selling things that they can't defend. Like a lot of people are talking about a lot of things and they can't really defend it on YouTube, on Telegram, and then you see their courses and you're like, wow, like what are these guys talking about? Because they can't even defend what they're talking about. I personally don't advocate for selling things that I do not understand. I don't even talk about things I do not understand. That's why whenever I'm talking on my YouTube channel, I talk with facts that if you actually go out and check, you would actually see that it exists. So that's number one though. Number two is that over time I've realized that you don't really need to trade everything. You need to find a pair, a couple of pairs, sorry, and just fall in love with it, and just enjoy it and just have fun with it. Like since as you can see the blue lines and the red lines and everything, I've actually just been on jump 75. I really don't know why, but since the beginning of this year, I've just fallen in love with Jump 75, and basically, that's actually what I've been trading for a while. I started trading from here all the way up, and it's been good. It's been good. So, guys, yeah, the third thing I wanted to talk about as well is this: when you want to take a trade, ask yourself, what do you want from this trade? I know obviously the major aim of a trade is to actually make more money than you put in. But then you need to ask yourself, what actually are you looking for in the trade? You need to know what you're looking for. You might have the right strategy, but there are some things you need to consider and put in place before you can actually take a trade. For instance, you need to ask yourself, what am I actually looking for in this trade? How long am I willing to hold this trade? How much is in my account? Can the money in my account hold if there's a retest or if there's a reverse of whatever entry I entered? And when should I enter? All those questions are questions you need to ask yourself before you actually place a buy or sell order. So, guys, I'm going to actually just give a brief explanation to how smart money works and how I trade. Um, First thing first, I go to the highest time frame, day one, and I find out the general trend of the market. As you can see, this market right here has been on a downtrend for only God knows how long, but we are trying to get a reversal. The whole blue line here is just my entries over time. That's why you're seeing those blue lines. But we're trying to get a reversal. We're looking for a reversal. We're looking at a retest either here, because this one right here is apparently is broken. I'm so sure that it's broken. As you can see, this other block right here is the market has broken it. So definitely it's coming down here. If it definitely breaks this one, it's going to come down here. But my assumption is that it's going to get here and have a very strong retest. So let's just leave that for now and go back to what we're talking about. So yes, I go to the daily time frame because I pick my area of interest. First of all, as I always preach in my group and on this channel, is this: you have to know the general direction of the market. And as you can see, the direction of the market is that the market wants to actually break this market structure here and start its official bullish trend. So that's why you're seeing this heavy bearish candles forming. It's still forming. It's just starting. So it's about to have a very strong retest, and all this happens in every single time frame, because if you the lower you go, you keep seeing more and more other blocks. So I first of all go to D1, identify my BOS, then I actually start going down. If you can identify another block from here, fine. But if you can't, you should go as from D1 to H1. You should be able to identify another block there, a very strong other block, because the lower you go, the more you keep refining that other block you got in the higher time frame. If you haven't seen my video on refinement, please just go to the videos. You're gonna see it and understand what refinement is, or you could click the card above. So let's keep going. Let me keep explaining this. Look at this other block that was formed here. This was day one, you can't see it, but H4 you can see it. And definitely for me to put this here, there's another one down there. As you can see, this market is really breaking this other block, so that means that it's not respecting this other block here. And if it doesn't respect this other block, from here to here, there's no other valid other block from my research, so it's definitely going to come down here over time. So that's why you wait and be patient, or you could just sell, but I don't really advise that because we are following our strategy. So we keep going down to identify more valid points, because we've been able to identify one other block here. Then keep going down. You just keep, because these are basically what they call technical analysis. You just keep analyzing your charts. Okay, so as you can see, there is another valid block here. There's another valid block here. Mind you, this is H1. This H1. So over time, as we go down, we keep refining until we get a precise point. And that precise point is basically what we're going to work with. For instance, look at this. Look at this. I intentionally marked out this blue one up here. Although generally this place from here to here, the market was ranging, but then you can actually identify a very valid other block here. This is the other block in H1. Let's go down a little bit. This is the other block I caught in H1. Then it was refined down to M30. Then it retested here. The market retested here. Let's go down a little bit. There's something I'm trying to explain to you. Okay, fine. Look at this. This other block here. This other block here. You see the wicks to body ratio was actually very high. So you actually try as much as possible to get the precise point. This other block here, this is a valid other block. 1. So we are expecting a retest of this other block. The market went all the way up, consolidated, came and retested this here. Okay guys, I have a question for you. If anybody can tell me in the comment section how this right here is a valid retest, or this is a valid entry point, because this is really a valid entry point. See how it went. You can see, let me show you guys, from all here all the way up here. This is really a valid entry point. So if anyone can tell me how this is a valid entry point in on the comment section, I have a gift for you. So I'm waiting for the first 3 people that are going to tell me how this is actually a very valid point. So back to what we're discussing. We keep identifying, we keep refining until you get the exact point that you really want to trade with, because the market has actually, okay, look at that in M5. Look at this, guys. In M15, sorry, you could see how big this bearish candle was, but the bullish candle was obviously meant to be bigger than it. I'm actually giving out a hint to my answer, but it's fine. If you're smart enough, you actually get it. So Also, if you haven't seen the video on how to identify valid order blocks, you can actually watch that as well. It's going to just give out the answer straight up. So yeah, we keep refining it. Let's go and look for that candle. We keep refining it. We keep refining it. As you can see, it actually got refined all the way down here. So we should have been expecting this market to okay, now this one, yeah, to touch this place and go back up. So if you go back to your M15, let's go back here. I want to show you guys something. You can see that there are two things, that there are actually three things that should happen here for you to know that, okay, fine, this is a valid entry point. I need someone else. This is my second question. Someone else should tell me the three things that need to happen here for me to enter this market. And these three things, they repeat themselves all the time. That's one thing about trading order blocks. Over time, they keep repeating the same thing over and over and over. You just need to be patient enough to wait, because sometimes the market could do crazy things. You could see I have seen something like this. Let me see if I can explain this. I see a retest. The market gets a retest, for instance. Let me use this place as an illustration. It gets a retest. It goes back up. And guess what, guys? Okay, you get a retest, you get a valid entry, it goes up and comes down again. It might not break this place. Definitely. But it's going to come down again. That's because it wants a lot of people. The smart money makers, they really just want a lot of people to be out. They want to hit your stop loss as much as possible. And it goes back up. And before they do this, right around here, that verify this entry, this isn't going to be a valid entry, basically, because if you look at it, you're going to know that is not a valid entry. So that's one thing that that people need to look out for. Look out for valid entries before you actually start making your moves. So back to what we're talking about. So me personally, I trade on M1, M5, and M15. I don't really see the essence of trading or to H4. I have friends that do that, but I believe in taking very reasonable. I mean, I could just take a trade here. I could take a trade here. As much entries as I want. Put in as much entries as I want, because you need to know the capacity of your account. As much as with higher lot size, and take my profit here. As much entries as I want, guys. Like literally, take my profit here. It's still gonna give me the same thing. I don't really need to wait for the market to go down and go up and go down and go up. And you can also do this in M5. Like I have friends that trade M5. After their analysis, they trade in M5. So yeah, let's go to the real time and see what's really happening here. So basically, this is the other block that was identified. Let's see if it was an M30. No. Let's see. This other block was identified in M15. And as you can see, real time, we are waiting for two things. It's either the market validates this other block, or just keeps, or gives a fake entry. A fake entry is just what I explained. It might just go up. But for it to go up, there are two things. It's either it validates the other block that is here, or it gives you a fake entry. Because if it gives you a fake entry, rest assured that it's going to go back down, guys. It's going to go back down because it just wants people to enter and hit your stop loss and continue. Smart money is crazy. No offense, but those guys are really funny. So but then if you follow my strategy, you're actually going to understand what they do. Literally, you're going to understand what they do. So yeah, so there are three things that could happen here. Is either the market validates this other block, or gives you a fake up move, then a serious down move, or it could just go straight down. But then the market doesn't really want you to know what it's doing. It doesn't want to look like it's so predictable. So it's going to either just move up, come down, consolidate, continue moving down until it gets a valid order block that it wants to settle in. And when you see the validity of the order block, you make your entries and follow it to as high as maybe here or here or here. Take partial profits, and that's it, guys. Trading is quite straightforward, at least for synthetic indices, though. It's really straightforward, and this our strategy could be applied anywhere in any chart, literally, guys. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and push notification bell. Share as much as you can. I would really appreciate that. Also, if you answer my question, I got a gift for you. Okay, guys, have a nice day. I'll see you. Adios.